Hello there, Rabina. Let's see. So many nations are making several efforts. There's a better way of saying several efforts. Normally, we don't say efforts in the plural, and we could say many nations are making a sustained effort to transfer offices and business to the rural and remote areas from the megacities. Good. Very, very good. Great start. Positive and negative aspects of this phenomenon will be discussed in this essay using examples of Seoul and Nepal. Excellent. Small tip well, just basically, it's called parallelism. Okay, so here we could have said Korea and Nepal, or Seoul and Kathmandu, sort of like two countries together. And that's an improvement for style rather than a correction for grammar, you see? So well done. On the one hand, shifting companies to regional areas would lower the pollution in municipalities. Great. This is due to the reduction in traffic congestion, population, and contamination of the natural resources. We don't need a "the." It's optional, but I wouldn't have put it in there. But that's a fantastic start to your paragraph. For instance, according to the government of South Korea, after implementing policy to move businesses and industries to remote areas, pollution of Seoul has decreased significantly over the past few years. Additionally, moving business would help in the development of infrastructures and generate job opportunities in the deprived areas. Good. Therefore, it is evident that moving companies outside cities has, because it's moving and it's the singular, has several advantages. Great work though, Rabina. Great work. This is really good. One thing, it wouldn't be good if we lost points in these kinds of examples. Okay, and this is an easy part or a strategic part to master, giving examples. So we can say, for instance, Cambridge University. For instance, or according to the government of South Korea. Okay, but we only need two sort of like structures to master, and then we've got another 1% or another 2%, 3% of this IELTS task to perfect. If we can frequently and regularly use copy-paste grammatically perfect essay examples. Okay, so let's try and implement that in the next essay. Let's carry on. On the other hand, companies face different problems such as a lack of skilled manpower, especially in the developing countries. A lack is better. Developing countries. This is because of a lack of transportation facilities and infrastructures in the remote areas. So here, repetition. What could we say? This is because of a common shortage, or this is because of a shortage of transportation facilities, infrastructures in the remote areas. For example, data is always plural. Data published from Nepal government shows that 40% of jobs are unfulfilled in the companies away from the cities. Okay, good. Far from the cities would be better. In addition, companies based in regional areas are further away from the clients and other contacts, which can directly affect the business and sales. Okay, which can directly negatively affect. Okay, let's just make it clear. Hence, it is clear that shifting businesses and offices to remote and rural areas has, because it's the shifting, certain disadvantages. Okay, so a bit of repetition with the structures. Okay, pause the video. How could we rephrase this? Because we kind of use the same structure. Well, we could say something like, or you needed a comma there and a comma here as well. So hence, we don't have to use it is sentence because we've used it there. We could say hence, let's see, hence, shifting businesses and offices to remote. Okay, let's see, hence, okay, so we could say hence, businesses and offices clearly suffer when removed from city centres. Can you see? Just a different structure there to increase the variety. In conclusion, there are clearly certain benefits and drawbacks of relocating companies to regional areas. However, I believe this attempt would help in the comprehensive development of the country. Good. In conclusion, okay, so you can't really use however after this one because you said there are good things and bad things. However, the middle thing would be, okay, so if you'd have just said, in conclusion, there are bad things. However, there are good things. That would make sense. But if you say, in conclusion, there are good things and bad things, however, then you're not really, it doesn't really make much sense. Okay? You could have just said, however, no, you need something different here at the end. And you probably already used, however, I imagine. Let's see. No, you didn't. So anyway, I wouldn't have put it in the conclusion, especially not in this way. Okay, Rabina, it's a good task too. Very clear arguments and very convincing arguments. Excellent, you didn't overcomplicate it. It's very well communicated. Some work needed with the prepositions, with the punctuation and the articles, but you could see there was no difficulty in comprehending the argument, which is exactly what we want. This is exactly how we want to write. Okay, so you're doing fantastic, Rabina. So let's have a look. The flowchart describes the process of manufacturing 5 different types of teas: green, black, and white. Green, black, white, oolong, and scented. Genius. Perfect use of the list there. We've put in and at the end, so that's great. Well done. All the teas are made from fresh tea leaves except scented tea. Good, you've noted the exception. Genius. White tea is the simplest to produce as it only consists of 3 basic steps: sorting and cleaning, steaming and drying. Withering sorted and cleaned leaves is the mandatory second step for black oolong tea. For black and oolong tea, comma, whereas for green tea it is not performed every time. Good. After withering leaves in the plural with a V are bruised. After withering leaves are bruised by either shaking or rolling, which is fermented shortly. Okay, so this is one clause that we've opened and we need to finish it. So after withering leaves are bruised by either shaking or rolling, they are cleaned for impurities. They are burnt on the fire, whatever, but it needs to be closed. We can't sort of like carry on that close with which is fermented shortly, pan-fried to form oolong tea. Okay, so we can't join that sentence with this. It needed to be finished because you started with after. Okay. Okay, so I would just assume here we could say the leaves are then fermented shortly, pan-fried and dried respectively to form oolong tea. Okay. Okay, maybe this wasn't the best place to use respectively. Okay, respectively would use when the numbers are corresponding to the bar charts or to a line graph. Usually more used with numbers. Okay, so be careful there. But well done for trying to use it. It shows that you've used the course and you're implementing what you've learned. Okay, black tea is fully fermented before drying, which is the last step in its production. Scented tea is fruit or floral perfume, dried green, black, or oolong tea. Okay, good. Overall, each tea has distinct manufacturing procedures or has a distinct manufacturing procedure. The storing and cleaning is the initial process, and drying is the end step in the production of most of the teas. Genius. I love the way you finished there. Very clear and yeah, very well observed. We've kind of like done a general overview of the process. That's fantastic. Here we resisted using the story. Well done, Rabina. Great work. If you want, I've included a link to get another pack verses if you want to carry on improving. Also, you can tell me when the exam is, and tell me how you're feeling about it. And also, if you if in your next pack, tell me what you feel like you want to work on. Okay, you're improving. We can just carry on working like this, or maybe you want to do the next pack all task 1 essays. Okay, just let me know what's going on. Have a good day and keep on improving.